a trip? Do you think you're going on a trip?
No, we don't think.
You don't think that, but it's a suitcase.
Let's see. Listen. Something serious.
Okay.
There are so many books.
You sound embarrassed. And you're going to read them all. And once you've read them all, a million words, you won't believe what has happened to your English. I promise. What is more, you won't believe what will happen to your Italian. Because even by reading in English and getting good at reading, getting fast at reading, you're going to be better at Italian too. And your Italian teachers will say, what's happened to these guys? They read so well, they write so well. And that's because you've become good readers. Now, dig in, see what you think, and I want you to think about
Some numbers.
how are you going to take care of them?
Maybe we should have some librarians.
I could do that for this class. Library.
Only one?
Let's see. I don't know. I can have an assistant.
Two, probably.
There are a lot of
Do you
books
need an assistant?
only for one.
I need for you.
Right, do you notice anything about these books? Do you notice anything?
Are divided by
Levels.
Yeah,
By levels, right? Okay, what do you think that means?
One to
CD inside.
There's a CD inside,
Complete.
okay. What do you think's on the CD?
the complete text recorded.
Well done. Go to the top of the class, your reading's brilliant. Excellent. Okay. Do you think that listening to the text while you're reading is useful?
Yes.
Yes.
Why? Why do you think?
It improves your pronunciation.
Excellent. It improves your pronunciation, and it makes you much faster at reading because it teaches your eye to go ahead of the spoken word. It's very good. It also helps you improve your comprehension, the way you understand things. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something now. You are in charge of the library. Not me, you. So you're going to decide who's going to be the librarian, or whether you're going to have several librarians. You are going to decide how often people can exchange books. You are going to decide what happens if a book gets lost, stolen, eaten by the dog, whatever. Okay? And how you will cope with that, because at the end of the year, the library comes back to me, and I will use this library with another class. This is your library for this academic year. And it's up to you. It's your choice. Your choice. You can read. You can not read. You can be a librarian. You can not be a librarian. You can become involved. You can not become involved. There is nothing compulsory about this program. The choice is up to you. You've got to decide whether you believe me that if you read a lot, you'll become better. If you don't believe me, go online and research extensive reading, because you will find that students who read make better progress than any other students. What's more, you will find research that shows that if you read silently in class, for example, and don't have the lesson at all, you will make better progress than students taught conventionally. So basically, what I'm saying is that I'm redundant. You can cut me out completely. And what I'm going to do is become a reader with you. I really love reading. I love reading. What kind of book do you think this is?
Horror.
Horror. Why do you think it's horror?
There's a black cat.
There's our black cat. That's a good one. Okay, that's a good start. Okay, so basically, look at the books, enjoy the books, but I want you also to think about the strategies. I will make sure that I bring the trolley to school every day, every time we have a lesson. But you decide when can we exchange books, when, which is not disruptive for the class, okay? Because obviously I'm going to have to teach the grammar book. I'm sorry, I have to. Obviously I'm going to have to do traditional interrogazioni, because that's what people want to see at the end of the term, at the end of the year, at the end of the week, okay? Those things will still happen. But beside them, alongside them, we'll have this too, okay? So you all think about how you're going to be librarians, how often you will exchange books, and also very important, if something is lost or stolen, how we will replace it, okay? This is called democracy. You might as well start practicing now. Okay? Are you all pleased and happy?
Yes.
Yes. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I could be the librarian if you agree.
If you want, I can help you.
That's good. And if for someone of us lost the book, who's the book? What could happen?
We should have a list of the name of the people who
Who
bring the book.
Who take them? And if you lose the book, you should pay, I think.
Yes.
You have to pay for it.
Buy
Yes.
and also you don't have to lose the CD inside.
Yes, of course. And what about how often we could exchange the books?
When we finish the...
It depends on us.
Maybe we can left a week or so. Once a week we can exchange the books, I think, because it's a very long time, 7 days to read a small book.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if you have to do your homework too. Of course.
It could be better twice a month.
I think everybody can change the book when you want.
Yes.
Yes.
Just a bit of
When
a
finish,
nice idea.
when you finish, you can change the book.
Can I make a suggestion? Why don't you try one system and see how it works, and then maybe have a vote on it?
Yeah.
Democracy in action. And then if it isn't working, you change it.
Okay.
My instinct is that once a month is not enough. If you want to read 1 million words in a year, which is the target, you need to read a minimum of, I think it is, 4 books a week. Right? 4 books a week. It's very easy to do. You start at a lower level, and then you work your way up. Because the easy levels, as we saw in our first activity when we were looking at the different kinds of texts, it actually becomes very fast. You can read this easily on a journey home on the Underground. One of the things you will say to me, "Oh, miss, there's no time for reading. I mean, I've got so much homework." What you can take time out of is Facebook and texting your friends. I know both of those are language activities, but this one is more relevant.
Teacher, I know I need those things.
I know you need those things, but you'll be even better at them once you're a good reader and a good writer. Okay? So take 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day is all you need to do the basic reading required for this program. 20 minutes a day. If you can ratchet it up to 40 minutes a day, that's even better. If you can give yourself an hour a day, you will be amazed, particularly if you start at an easy level and work your way up. The most important thing to do is to read at the right level. Okay, this is absolutely... Don't go for level 6 because it's cool. Go for the level when you open the book and you start reading. If you have to put your fingers down 5 times on a word you don't know, the level is too difficult for you. It should be no more than 3, and if you're at a very low level, it should be no more than 1 or 2. Because here what you're trying to get is fluency, reading fast, just reading for the story. You're not reading for metaphora or simile, or, you know, wonderful use of language. You're reading for the story. These books are page turners. They've been chosen specifically to make you want to find out what happens at the end. Okay? I think you've done a fantastic job discussing. I think you should take a little bit more time to think about it, and at our next meeting, take time out of class to discuss amongst yourselves how you want to do this, and at the end, at our next lesson, what I'd like you to do is to come in and we will decide how to take care of the books. Thank you very much. Well done.
Thank you so much.
So now we should choose a book each other for the first week.
Yeah.
I think that